So, I just got done watching the Loki Season 2 finale. Whenever I do go see the Marvels, if the Marvels somehow does manage to drop the ball, I'm gonna be honest. That really won't matter because what they did for Loki Season 2 finale is, in my opinion, one of the best things they could have done for the show. And again, I'm trying not to go into spoilers here for right now, but if this is the last season of Loki, this was the best way to end it on. And again, I'll be honest, this is probably going to be spoilers, no spoilers, a whole jumbo of stuff because when I was watching the episode, two, I guess, ideologies came to mind. The first is, you know that quote you hear every so often, that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And that's what the first half felt like. And then we get to the middle. But again, back to the beginning, the opening, they knew what they needed to say in the story. They knew what they needed to do. And again, that opening, that got me right then and there. But anyways, again, you got the whole beginning about doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result. Then we get towards the middle part of the episode. And I'll be honest, the middle part, I was worried. Because it seemed that they were going to go a way that was going to play it safe. Again, trying not to give too much away here, so I'm not going to spoil how I felt like they were going to go. But again, it had me worried for a second because I was like, no! You have built the show up 2 seasons and in the best possible way, and just don't ruin it by doing this. Again, my biggest concern was that throughout in the whole episode, that was my only concern, is that middle part. And again, the way they did it caught me off guard with how they chose to resolve it. Because again, then the second half led into the ideology of the trolley problem. Sort of. Because again, trolley problem, as everyone knows, is you have 2 railroad tracks and you just have to pick the best option. That's what it comes down to. Again, you have people on one track, people on the other. And what always gets me, and again, this really, I relate to this because you have the trolley problem, which is in itself about sacrifice. And it's from the basis of the problem, it looks like it only gives you 2 options. But there is a third. Most people don't think about the third because, again, you're focused on what's in front of you, the options that have been presented. There's never the option to make your own way, even though, again, it is there. You just have to look at it. Look at it from a different point of view. And again, the second half did a good part of portraying that because then we get different points of view from different characters throughout the series at different points in time. So you start to understand what's at stake should you take one track what's lost if you take the other, and then vice versa. Meaning that in the end, there would be no way to get the outcome that is best for everyone. And again, then that leads into there is always the third option no one looks at. So again, the way they did that, amazing. And just the ending. That ending got me. Because I did not expect it to go that way. Again, the way it did, I heard people summarize it, but I just wanted to go in there open, blind, and just see how they chose to end the story. And the way they did, again, they did it in the way that it had to be done, but they also made it make sense. Again, most of the endings from the MCU so far, when it comes to, I guess, maybe just a few, have felt rushed. Like, beginning, middle, end, but like, in between the middle and end, you miss how you get to the end. But, again, this is, as far as season finales go for Marvel TV shows, I'm gonna say that this is right up there with the Daredevil season 3 finale. And again, because everything pays off in some way, and it doesn't treat the audience like children. It knows that they know what's going on, so it just marches forward. So again, whatever happens whenever I go see the Marvels, whether they drop the ball or not, I hope people still look at the TV shows, especially Loki that just came out tonight, and see that there is still life within the MCU. That there are still stories to be told. They just need time to be told right and not be rushed. So, again, like this whole thing, it pays off after you watch the finale. Because again, me looking for images for a background for this, once I saw it again, I was like, oh, it all makes sense now. Again, Ouroboros. And again, just a great season finale. Again, spoilery, maybe not. I hope we get to see more of this Loki that we've met through the Loki series in the MCU in the future. That this is not the end of his story. Again, if it is, great. Because this is the best way. If they chose to end the story right here, this is how to do it. And again, this leads into, should they ever decide to bring him back, have a good reason for it. Again, with spoiler, not spoiler, Secret Wars coming out like in the near future, possible way to bring him back. But again, what it comes down to is that this is the season finale you need to watch. Before you watch the Marvels, if you haven't, watch the Loki season 2 finale first. Trust me, you will understand why you need to see this first. Again, I will go watch the Marvels when I get a chance. But as far as I'm concerned, this will make up for whatever happens in the Marvels, whether they drop the ball or not. And I'm just so happy they did this right. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.